I want to take a step back though to talking about who you are, because this is probably the third time you've done my makeup, and when you do my makeup, we get to talk, we get to have a heart to heart as women. And one of the things we talked about the last time you did my makeup was all about feeling comfortable in your skin, or rather that it took you quite a long time to get to love who you are, feel confident in your skin as a dark-skinned Black woman. So can we just talk about that? Where did those feelings begin initially?
I think we spoke about it a little bit before, but literally just, I never saw a problem with or felt insecure about my skin tone. But I think hearing other people and it would just be little things like, oh, I didn't know dark-skinned ladies could wear red lipstick or a bright lipstick. So when I was younger, hearing things like that, it would just kind of make me steer clear of those things. But eventually, doing makeup and being able to experiment with a lot more things and with my skin tone, I just started trying stuff and just started coming into my own and having my own kind of perspective of what it means to be a dark-skinned woman, and I love it.
Today's episode is brought to you by our very own Lucrative Business Academy. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can see all the future episodes. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you enter the giveaway so that you can get all the amazing gifts from all of our guests from this season. Enjoy the episode. Are you thinking about injecting quick cash into your business? Well, one of the amazing ways to do that is through freelancing, and my guest today on the Lucrative Lady Talk Show is the amazing Monique Monroe, and she is an amazing makeup artist, a freelancer, and she's going to be talking all about how to get started with freelancing. But it isn't just about freelancing. Monique has an amazing story. So on that note, welcome to the Lucrative Lady Talk Show with your host, Pam Obasa, and of course, welcome my guest, Monique Monroe.
Hi.
Hey Monique, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
How are you feeling about being on the show?
Super good.
Yes?
A little bit nervous, but I feel like we've had a good introduction. It's eased me in quite nicely.
Good. I'm really excited to have you. Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited to have you for several reasons, Monique. I think you are amazingly beautiful, amazingly skilled, and you've grown a lucrative business in a very short space of time. Right? As a makeup artist, you've done some incredible work for amazing people, and you have a very good business head at a very, very young age. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I want to go a little bit backwards, back to where it all began. So where did it begin for you? When was the point where you decided that you wanted to go into freelancing?
Into freelancing, I think I always knew I kind of wanted to freelance, but it was always when is it time?
Yeah.
When is it my time? And I think I was kind of pushed into it. Was working on a couple of counters for about 4 years, and I think just being in those environments and working for people and it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to do my own.
Yes.
Yeah, just be on my own and build my own. So
yeah.
I just started.
Yeah, I think that's a clue, isn't it? Because for me, I mean, I haven't had many jobs, but I remember when I was 16, I had a couple of jobs and I couldn't last in a job.
Yeah, that was, I'm moving around, but it was literally just how I felt. I didn't feel happy working there. So now I'm just...
So you knew you wanted to start your own thing.
Yes.
Pretty much. But how did you decide on what to start? Because as a freelancer, you have many different options. You could literally start freelancing. It's all about choosing your gifts and those things, which we will talk about in a moment. But how did you choose the specific aspect of freelancing that you wanted to go into?
I think literally just because I'd been focused on makeup for so long, it was kind of like a default just thing. Like I think I actually do freelance different things. Like I do locks, so I've been growing my hair for 12 years, and over the years I've just learned how to do it and use that to kind of freelance in that as well. But makeup was my first kind of thing because it was just who I was. It was what I did. So.
And we don't get to see your locks today.
I know.
What is going on?
Later.
You knew you were coming on the show. Follow you on Instagram. Oh dear. I know you have beautiful locks, and on Instagram definitely we can see an array of beautiful pictures of you, your locks and everything that who you are. I want to take a step back though to talking about who you are, because this is probably the third time you've done my makeup, and when you do my makeup, we get to talk, we get to have a heart to heart as women. And one of the things we talked about the last time you did my makeup was all about feeling comfortable in your skin, or rather that it took you quite a long time to get to love who you are, feel confident in your skin as a dark-skinned Black woman. So can we just talk about that? Where did those feelings begin initially?
I think we spoke about it a little bit before, but literally just I never saw a problem with or felt insecure about my skin tone, but I think hearing other people and it would just be little things like, oh, I didn't know dark-skinned ladies could wear red lipstick or a bright lipstick. So when I was younger, hearing things like that, it would just kind of make me steer clear of those things. But eventually, doing makeup and being able to experiment with a lot more things and with my skin tone, I just started trying stuff and just started coming into my own and having my own kind of perspective of what it means to be a dark-skinned woman. And I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so when you had those things, so you had people saying, I never knew a dark-skinned woman could wear red lipstick, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And all of those things. I just want to go back to how did it make you feel? The reason I'm bringing this up is because we have so many of our lucrative ladies are women of color. I mean, we have an audience, thank God, from absolutely everywhere. But one of the questions that I always get from people in private is a lot of women of color are often quite impressed, but overly impressed that, thank God, we have a flourishing business. And for some reason, a lot of people have, a lot of hang-ups when it comes to their skin color, their race, and all of those things. So let's just talk a little bit about that, because I don't know about you, but for me, it started when I was in drama school. That was when I realized that, I am different, or rather the world sees me.
Yeah, that's how I felt. It's literally that the world saw me differently.
Yeah.
I was just little old me, like.
Yes.
But it's like I felt that people would not exclude me, but think that things had to be different for me. Yeah. And I think that just kind of became a routine.
Yes.
But as I grew older, I kind of just broke myself out of it just because I want to do me. I want to wear red lipstick and no one ain't going to tell me. So, yeah, it's just about making yourself comfortable and doing what you want to do for yourself.
And then you went a step ahead and you locked your hair.
Yes.
Which, again, is... So, tell me, when you locked your hair, what was the reaction?
I was young. I was literally just going into secondary school, and I don't even know what made me want to do it, but just something in my spirit said, lock your hair.
Yeah.
And my mum didn't want me to.
Yeah.
But
do you know why? Why not?
I just think she thought my hair was still young. It was like baby hair. So she made me wait until secondary school, and that first year of secondary school, I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And they were very short and small, and they've just kind of flourished. And I feel like I love them even more, because as they grow, I grow, and it's like just a journey that me and my locks can go on together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you think that it added, to that whole feeling that we were just talking about, of feeling like the world sees you as different? How did the locks impact that entire journey? Did it impact?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I feel like it made it more better. I feel
really?
I feel like once I started becoming confident in myself and being okay, I'm gonna wear red lipstick, I'm gonna lock my hair and just be this beautiful Black lady.
Yes.
Everyone just started to love that about me.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just different. A lot of people have locks, but when people kind of look at me, it's a kind of, I don't know. I think it's how you think about, it's how you see yourself that other people.
That's it. Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say next, because when you said when people look at you, and I don't even know if it's a matter of how they look at you, but it's more how you see yourself.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm just literally now just not afraid to look how I want to look or feel. Yeah, because it's me.
Yes.
You're going to receive it, obviously, how I present myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. So let's talk about confidence, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the confidence to be you. Because I'm sure, obviously, you make it so easy. You make it look as if, you woke up and became confident, but I know that wasn't the case.
Oh, no.
Right. It certainly wasn't the case for me. And I don't think it's the case for people out there. This is a question that we had sent in, and it's, how do you become the confident person that you ought to be? How did you go into, steer away from the barriers, the racial barriers, the stereotypes, that we have not only in the world, but within the Black community as well? How did you do that? What are the steps? If there is a lucrative lady listening in or watching right now, what are some of the practical things that they can do?
I think for myself, I don't know if this is like good advice.
Okay.
But fake it till you make it.
Okay. Fake it till you make it. Okay.
Fake the confidence. Just pretend to yourself, because it's only yourself that you're pretending to.
That's it.
You are confident. I'm going to go to this place and I'm going to just be myself and be happy and be positive. And anyone would feed off of that. So I think in terms of my skin tone and growing up being dark-skinned woman, I think I've just learnt to kind of not hold my blackness back. I just live it, literally. So if I say something that people might not relate to, but it's me, I say it anyway, because
it's who you are.
It's who I am.
No, and I want to talk about faking it till you make it, right? Because I know exactly what you mean. It's not like faking wealth or faking riches or faking money or faking that you are.
It's telling your subconscious kind of, isn't
it?
Instead of faking it.
Yeah. It's believing in what you want the world to see or what you want to see. It's already walking in those shoes, isn't it? Right? So how do you fake it till you make it?
I think it's easier looking like I do with the makeup, Yeah. I think this is why I like makeup, is because I'm able to just make people feel even more comfortable.
Yeah.
And in turn they feel confident.
Yeah.
And so my makeup is my kind
makeup
of...
helps you.
Yeah, it
but
helps
you don't
me.
wear makeup
I don't wear
all
makeup
the time.
every day, no.
So who is Monique outside of the makeup?
I think, okay, that helps. I think for me, I like to make people laugh or smile or just be funny. My funniness or my humor is kind of where my confidence,
comes from.
Yeah.
So when you're not in makeup, you are still just jolly, positive, funny, fun, positive. Because at the end of the day, we are talking about business, and we are going to talk about business specifically in a moment. And one of the big things that I believe and that I teach and that is true is that before people can buy from you, they have to first have bought into you, right? They have to buy into you. So that means that regardless of what's on the outside, they've got to understand who it is, who you are. So without the makeup, you are still fun, you are still positive, and you are still all of those amazing things that makes people like myself want to be gravitated towards you and want to work with you. Fantastic. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is you started your business what's considered quite young, right? So at what age did you start your business?
22, literally last year.
Last year. You've been doing it for a year and it's grown super fast.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of the amazing things that you've had the opportunity of doing whilst running your business?
I have worked with a lot of brides. I think that is one of my favorite things to do is to help someone on their wedding day and make them look beautiful.
Yeah.
Also, I've worked with a few celebrities like Yewande from Love Island.
Nice.
Mo Music.
Nice.
They're a group, and just loads of great photographers. And I think I've built so many good friendships in the industry.
Yeah.
So that is, probably my favorite part of thing is building connections and friendships within.
Yes, and I love that because, do you agree that your network is your net worth?
Yes.
And so what
definitely.
has happened as a result of those connections? Because you wouldn't have been able to do that unless you were freelancing. So what has anything amazing come out of those connections perhaps?
Constant work.
Hey, don't say it like that. That's amazing.
Also just being there to help people when they need it. Because sometimes photographers, I don't know, will have, like recently I helped a photographer with a shoot where she needed, she's trying to push a new kind of thing where so basically with the photo shoot that we did, it was a company, a nail company, and they just wanted a shoot that would kind of advertise their nail work.
Right.
So I did the makeup for it and she did the photos for it, and it was kind of like a package that we put together just with our little team.
Yeah.
And things like that I think are really like useful, but also when I need a favor.
Yes, there
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So on the topic of freelancing, right? So we know you had a background growing up, you had all of these things, that you had to get over, but it didn't stop you, right? The color of your skin or the your complexion or whatever, it didn't stop you going for it. In fact, you went the extra mile and locked your hair, right? So in terms of starting out in freelancing, if somebody out there is thinking, how do I inject some cash into my business or into my life? I have some skills. Can we just talk about very quickly, how do we decide what skills specifically, or rather what are the best niches? How do you find which one is the best one for freelancing?
I think there are loads of different things that you can do. Like, I think you just have to, you don't have to pick one, but pick one that you're going to focus on and make sure that you're the best at your trade. Like,
that's it.
Make sure that you practice and you learn how to do all the different, like with makeup, I've had to learn how to do all different skin tones. I could have just specified in dark skin, but I would prefer to reach a wider range of clients and travel the world. So I want to make sure that I can be everyone's face. Yeah. So like, I don't know, what other, like, you could do plumbing freelancing. You know what I mean? But just make sure you can fix every toilet. I don't know. Yeah.
So your message is, whatever you choose to do, just make sure that you're the best at it. Or like I like to say, the GOAT. Yeah. Have you heard of that? You know that, right? The greatest.
GOAT.
The GOAT. That's right. The greatest of all time in that thing. And that is so true, because why blend in with everybody else?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, it's like you said before as well, like people have to buy into into the person as well. So what's going to make your business different from everyone else's?
Yes, that's right. And oftentimes finding a USP is just the fact that we just love you. Because there are so many makeup artists I could have worked with, but I wanted you, and I trusted you, and I trust you, which is fantastic. So if I were to ask you, right, freelancing, what are your five rules for success when it comes to freelancing?
I think my first tip is to have faith in yourself as a freelancer and in your trade and in your skills. And if you have faith in yourself, then you can go anywhere. Like if you're not confident in what you can do, people are not going to be confident in booking you for what you want. Yeah. So just trust in what you can do. Yeah,
it's that whole fake it till you make it, right?
Literally.
Have faith. Yeah, definitely.
Second, I'm just gonna reach for my notes because I have notes on how to become.
She came prepared. That's what we like.
Freelancer. Know yourself and your direction. So it's kind of the same thing that we've been saying. Like, know kind of what's going to make your business different from everybody else's. So that's your direction, where you're going, and how it's going to differ from everyone else's kind of road. Build connections and relationships. Yes, that's one of my favorite things to do because they always come back around. So sometimes, like even working on some counters, I worked for MAC, Charlotte Tilbury and NARS. I would always, whenever I had a customer come in, make sure that I was completely myself and that they would go away loving me, and that they would be like, oh my gosh, do you do makeup outside of here? And I'd be like, yes honey, I do. Take my number. So building those connections and making sure that you're just loved, because once a person knows who you are, they're going to want to see you again. And
that's right.
Also being professional, which is a big thing, because you don't have kind of the company side of things where you would have, I don't know, when you're working for a company, it's kind of like a default professionalism.
Oh my God,
do you not think?
Yes.
But especially if you're freelancing, you're building those connections with people, you want to still have that professionalism, and also it makes people respect your business more. And then respect your trade so that others may respect it. So if you don't have faith in what you're doing, you're going to be tiptoeing around people, and do you know what I mean? And especially starting out with freelance, it kind of is all about money. Like, you need the money to push it, and you need to invest and earn. So don't be afraid to pick your rates and stick to them.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to do that.
Yes. No, I totally agree with you. Speaking about rates, right? Gosh, how talk me through the mindset behind rates, because a lot of the people listening will agree that one of the biggest reasons that I think a lot of people aren't making as much money in their business as they could is simply not because they're not good enough, not because nobody wants them. It's not because they don't have enough clients, but it's often because they haven't positioned themselves correctly and they're not charging what they should, right? So what would you say to somebody who's thinking, Monique, I know I could increase my rates, but I don't know if people would pay my rates if I increase my rates, so I'm just going to keep charging peanuts. What would you say?
That was me last week.
Oh, really?
I'm always scared. I feel like sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, this is people's money. Like, I don't want to be taking it, but like, I've got bills to pay.
Yes.
I've got bills to pay. I've got a business to fuel. So what is like going to be a reasonable rate where it's like, you've got, even if you have to break it down. So like, when you go to the mechanics, they charge you for labor, they charge you VAT, and then they charge you for what you actually need.
And the parts.
Yeah, exactly. So think about it like that. I'm traveling. I'm using all of this expensive makeup.
Yeah.
I'm using the 5 years of skills that I've learned to do the makeup.
Yes.
And this is just my time. So I pick a reasonable rate that I think is affordable, and also so that think about the clients that you have as well, and the areas that you're basing yourself in. So like, I used to work in Selfridges, and I had a lot of like foreign customers coming in, a lot of Arab customers coming in, and then I could maybe put the prices up in those areas, especially if I opened up a store there. If I opened up a store, I don't know, I would say ends in South London, I might drop the price a little bit more because local people might not want to pay the same rates as, do you know what I mean? So just literally picking, and there's nobody to kind of check with you what you're charging. So think about it properly and carefully, and just stick to it. Yeah. Because it's not wrong, it's what you deserve. Sure. Whatever you feel you deserve, you can ask for.
So it's about understanding your market, which is one of the things that I picked up. Yeah. It's understanding your market. If I'm going to freelance in Mayfair, right, compared to some places, I know that the market over there, there's a buffer. It's really about, in fact, increasing your prices or pricing has nothing to do with you. Right? It has absolutely nothing to do with you, the entrepreneur, the freelancer, whatever, the business person. It has nothing to do with you. It's more about how much are you willing to put in terms of research, right? When you know, for example, that when you do somebody's makeup, how does it make them feel? And what is that worth to them? What is it worth to a bride when she walks down the aisle?
That is it.
And her husband's waiting at the bottom, and he sees her, and she has a look, an expression that he will never forget. What is it worth to her? Plus, of course, your 5 years of training and all the tools and all of those things. That's definitely important when it comes to pricing. Really, really thinking ahead and thinking about that. And you're absolutely right. Sticking with it. Pick something.
Like, don't feel bad about it. I think a lot of people just feel like scared and like terrible for taking people's money. But it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset. If you think I'm taking somebody's money, that's one mindset. If you think, no, actually, I deserve it. Like, I'm earning it.
Absolutely. Or I'm giving you, I'm adding to your life in a way that if I didn't add this to your life, you would be where you are right now, stuck for a long time. And what is it costing you in that space of time? Right? Agreed?
Agreed.
I think we agree on that, definitely. So your 5 rules for success is definitely faith, having faith in yourself. Yes. I think that's brilliant. Having faith in yourself. I think that's number one. And I think that cuts across whether you are a freelancer, whatever you're doing.
Literally anything you're doing. Just have faith in yourself.
Have faith in yourself and knowing your direction, understanding your market, building a connection. I really love that. Building a connection with people, because people talk to people. People refer to people.
That's it.
Which is great.
And even, as I said, sometimes I would meet customers, like I met customers maybe like 3 years ago and they'll contact me today, but only because they've remembered the energy that I brought, they'll come back and get their makeup done by me.
Definitely. Being professional and of course, respecting your trade, whatever you set, you stick to it. If you don't respect yourself, if you're moving about like a weathercock, then everybody else will push you around just like that. Brilliant. Monique, it's been incredible to have you. Before we go, one final thing. We have an amazing giveaway for you. Now, all of my guests on the show have put something into the giveaway and it is absolutely incredible. So look at the link in the description and make sure you join the giveaway because we have some amazing, amazing prizes for you. Now, the second thing I want to share with you is this. That is that if you ever want to catch this show live whenever we are recording, then you've got to join our Facebook community. And that is at www.obasa.com/group. The link will be right at the bottom as well for you to head there. So this is Monique. Monique, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on, I have an Instagram page for my makeup. It's kind of just personal and makeup put together because I am the face of my brand.
Yes.
It's Monique X Monroe. And on Facebook as well, you can find me there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Monique. It's been really, really great to have you. Thank you so much. Awesome. Don't forget, when you catch this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see all of our amazing guests and all of the episodes inside of this season. And check out Monique on Instagram, Monique X Monroe. And of course, check us out at The Lucrative Lady. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, thank you. All of that good stuff. Thank you, Monique.
Hello, lucrative ladies. As you guys know, my mission in life is to help you to create a lucrative business and life that you love. And it is because of that we created the Lucrative Business Academy. Our goal with the Lucrative Business Academy is to provide you with the curriculum, coaching, and community to help you to take your business to the next level. LBA will provide you with the necessary step-by-step process to help you take your business forward. So whether you're just starting out in business or perhaps you are more established but you want to get high-paying clients, or you are ready to scale your business, or perhaps you are stuck and just want to be unstuck. Well, the truth is that there are core principles for every single one of those, and that's where the Lucrative Business Academy comes in. We have 5 core areas inside the Lucrative Business Academy, and the first is, of course, our amazing courses. Take a look at everything that's waiting for you inside of the Academy. And every single month, that list increases because we are constantly adding new courses based on what our members need. As well as our amazing courses, you also have access to a live 2-hour masterclass with yours truly every single month, where we get to dive deep on a specific area of your business as voted by the community. So this is a great opportunity for you to engage, have your questions answered, and of course get unstuck and get coaching right on the spot. The third thing the Lucrative Business Academy offers are our amazing global networking event. That's right. So you can join us online for our global networking event where you get to connect with members all across the world. Inside of our networking event, you get access to 3 guaranteed one-to-one appointments, which gives you the opportunity for joint ventures, collaborations, and of course a great way to meet your ideal clients. The fourth thing that the Lucrative Business Academy offers are of course our amazing speaking opportunities. That's right, we offer our members speaking opportunities both offline and online inside of our networking events and our live events. So as a member, you get to flex your muscles on the stage, in person or online in front of a global audience, which is an incredible way to build your brand. And last but certainly not least, as a member of the Lucrative Business Academy, you get access to an amazing community of other lucrative ladies who are on the same journey as you and are waiting to cheer you on, helping you to achieve your goals and of course provide accountability so that you are not going this journey alone. Now, the Lucrative Business Academy pricing starts as low as $49 per month, and you get a huge discount if you buy the whole year upfront. I think that the Lucrative Business Academy is one of the best things that we have ever created. And if you are ready to scale your business quickly, then we invite you to join us today. So to do that, all you have to do is head to the link in the description or head to this link, academy.thelucrativelady.com/yes, and you can get in right now. That is academy.thelucrativelady.com/yes, and you can get access right now to all of the coaching, support, community, and everything that you have inside of the Lucrative Business Academy. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the inside, my friend. Until then, make sure you create a lucrative business and life that you love. See you later, Lucrative Lady.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We should have done that to close.
We should. Well done, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be on next week.
Oh, yeah. I might have to get you back.